Hello everyone. In today's video, we will be doing a tutorial on this Santa hat for the holiday season. And to start with this hat, I'm going to be using Hobby Lobby's I Love This Yarn Metallic in the shade Red. And then for the ribbing, I'm going to be using the I Love This Yarn Metallic in the shade White to make a sparkly version of this hat. This hat is very simple. It is going to be beginner friendly. It is going to be 2 solid granny triangles, and we make 2 and single crochet them together, and then we will do our ribbing. And the pom-pom I just made with yarn and attached. So let's get started on this hat. And I am also going to be using a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. So let's begin. To start, oops, where's the yarn? You're going to make a slip knot. You're going to chain 3. Yarn over. We're going to do 2 double crochets. We're going to chain 1. We're going to do 3 more double crochets. We're going to chain 1 again. And we're going to do 3 more double crochets into that same stitch. We're going to chain 1 again. And we're going to slip stitch to the top of that first chain 2 we did. You should have a triangle. We're going to chain 2 to start our next round. And we're going to do 2 double crochet in that chain 1 space we just made. Chain 1 and do 3 double crochet in that same chain 1 space. And then we're going to do 3 double crochets in each of these, 1 in each of these stitches. So there's 1 double crochet, here's another one, and then here's this one. And then in the chain 1 space, we're going to do the same thing that we just did with this one. You're going to do 3 double crochet. We're going to chain 1. And we're going to do 3 more double crochet. Okay, and now we're going to do a double crochet in each of these from the previous round. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to do 3 more double crochet into that chain 1 space. Chain 1 and do another 3. And then we're going to do 1, 2, and 3 in double crochets. And we're just going to slip stitch to the top of our chain 2 that we made to start the row. So essentially, this is all we'll be doing for this hat. We're going to repeat those steps, single double crocheting in each of these double crochets we've made. And then we're going to do 3 double crochet, a chain 1, and 3 double crochet in our chain 1 spaces. And we're going to repeat that for a total of 6 rows. So the whole hat should be 6 rows, and you've already done 2, so we're going to repeat that 4 more times. Chaining 2 to turn a row, skipping the first, oh no, yes, that counts as your first stitch. And we're just going to keep working that same pattern. 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go ahead and do the last 2 rows off camera. It's the same process. You're just double crocheting each of these stitches. And then in your chain 1 space, like I said, you're going to do 3 double crochet, a chain 1, 3 double crochet, and you're just going to keep working around. So I will see you when I have this done in 1 second. Okay, once you finish the 6 rows, we're going to go ahead and off our project. Even long enough tail to weave in. Okay, you're going to go ahead, weave your 2 ends in, and then you're going to repeat and make another one, so you'll have 2 triangles. So I'm going to go ahead, weave these ends in, and then I'll show you how to connect them, and we're going to do our white ribbed edge on the bottom of our Santa hat. I will see you in just a second. Okay, once you have both your triangles made and you've woven all your ends in, we're going to make another slip knot, and we are just going to connect them. We're going to start in like our corner where we did the chain 1, and we're going to just slip stitch all these together. I don't know if I said single crochet or slip stitch in the first part, but it is slip stitching. We're not going to single crochet, we're going to slip stitch all the way around our triangle to connect them, leaving this bottom open. So that is all I'm going to be doing. Just like that. I'm going to meet you when I have this completed so we can start our ribbing with the white metallic yarn. I'll see you in just a second. Okay, so I already connected it, wove my ends in, and now I have my white yarn and I started my slip knot. And all I'm going to do now is slip stitch into a stitch anywhere on this hat on the bottom edge. There we go. And then I'm going to chain 6. And then in my second stitch from the hook, I'm going to put a single crochet. And I'm just going to single crochet down until I reach the end of my chain. And then I'm going to do a slip stitch in my next stitch. And then I'm going to do another slip stitch. I'm going to turn. And locate that last stitch I made, my last single crochet. I'm going to go into the back loop of it, and I'm going to single crochet. And then I'm just going to keep working in the back loop only. chain 1, turn, and then we're going to keep doing the back loop only. 5 stitches down, and then we're going to do 2 more slip stitches, and then we're going to repeat going up in the back loops, turning our work, going back down, slip stitching twice, and then back upping again until we come back to the beginning where we started. So all the way around the hat. I will see you once I have that completed. Okay, I reached all the way around the hat. All I'm gonna do is chain 1, slip stitch this closed, and end off, and then weave my ends in, and we are going to make a quick little pom-pom to attach to the end of this. So let's start with the slip stitching the end of our ribbing together. And just like that. All right, we're going to end off. And then just go ahead and weave in those ends, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to leave those there for now, and I will weave those in later. So let's go ahead and fold our hat inward. And that is what we should look like right now. And then push, point out. Okay, so that's what we're looking like right now. We're pretty much done. We just have one finishing step. So to make a pom-pom, they are pom-pom makers. I do have one. I do not know where mine is right now though. I think Dollar Tree also sells them too. I think that's where mine came from actually. I did have one from Michael's, but I lost that one a long time ago. So for the sake of time, and in case you don't have a pom-pom maker, I'm just gonna wrap some yarn around my 3 fingers until we get a pretty thick chunk. To make a full pom-pom. I'd say probably like that big. I'm going to go ahead and carefully slide that off my fingers. And then I'm going to cut a chunk of this off. Trying to leave a really long tail. And then I'm going to go in the center. And then I'm just going to go around this way. And I'm going to tie that loose end in. To keep this from coming apart. Just like that. And then we're gonna cut our yarn. On both sides. And fluffer. And then just kind of trim it to make it look a little more uniform. And you should have something along the lines of that. And then you just gotta sew it on to the top. Alright, I hope you guys all found this video helpful. I hope you guys make one of these Santa hats. Here's the first one I made. And I cannot wait to see all your Santa hats. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in our next Christmas adventure. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.